Spencer, you must be disappointed you didn't capitalise on having a one-man advantage for pretty much most of that match.
Well, no, it was only sent off in the 35th minute, but yeah, I accept the fact we had an hour. But the simple fact is the better team lost today. We were dominant for most of the game. Certainly in the first 35 minutes we were much stronger. We've had 4 or 5 fabulous chances, we've hit the post. And I'm afraid it's the story of our season that we've missed great chances, and the first time they've got into our box they've scored, and it was a very poor defensive goal. We haven't stopped the cross, and there's been a ricochet that's gone their favour and the guys tapped it in. And, then they've had the man sent off just before half time, and an absolutely crazy second goal from our perspective where we've just lost, our marker's lost his man, and he's smacked the ball into the goal with all the time in the world, and we've come in 2-0 down and played very, very well and outplayed them. But the reality is you've got to give Sutton credit for hanging in there and being so ruthless. They're everything that we're not. And second half, it was almost total dominance from us, but again we've just not worked the keeper enough, we've not had quite enough quality. We've worked really hard, and we've got one at the end. Referee has really let us down at the very end there with the stoppage time. They've been time wasting from the 35th minute, but no complaints, that's what you do, and that shows their experience, and no problem with that at all. It was a difficult game, but we deserved at the very least a point. This is how you win titles and how you get promoted. I don't think they'll say they played very well, but we've not done enough second half. And lots of attempts. I think we had 5 or 6 men up top at the very end, and it's very, very disappointing. Even though we played generally pretty well.
It could have been so different early on when Adam Doyle hit the post and George Sykes also just skimmed his header over the bar. Yeah,
as I said, we had the 4 or 5 great chances in the first half. I thought our shape caught Sutton unawares, and I thought we played very, very well. Complete contrast to Thursday night where we were poor. But at the end of the day, at both ends of the park, we've been found wanting. We've got to score when you're in control like that. And defensively, we weren't strong enough. So again, as I said, you've got to give Sutton a lot of credit for perhaps when you look at a side that hasn't played particularly well, has won the game. Good luck to them. They stood up under an almost constant barrage in the second half, and we didn't do enough to open them up. It is a very bobbly pitch, even though it's been rolled a couple of times. It's very difficult, but we need to be better, even though there was a great improvement on Thursday.
Games are running out. Can you turn things around?
Look, we're playing the best sides in the division at the moment. We've just played Eastleigh, we've just played Ebbsfleet, we've just played Sutton today, we've got to play Bromley next. I don't think it's time to be particularly harsh. We're playing the sides right at the top, and wherever we are on the table, 14th, 15th, 16th. Today was a massive improvement on Thursday. Thursday was very, very disappointing. We've got to play Bromley atop next. It's another big challenge, but nobody gave us a prayer today. You've got to remember we only played 36 hours ago. Sutton were almost full time and didn't play since Tuesday. So we'll take a lot of positives from today, but we've got massive games coming up. We've got a semi-final coming up on Tuesday, and then as I said, the league leaders here on Saturday. So it's an exciting game, and I hope the fans will get behind us because we really gave it a good go today and definitely didn't deserve to lose.
Spencer, these games against top-notch clubs are coming thick and fast. You've already played Sutton, Ebbsfleet, and now this Saturday it's Bromley.
Yeah, top of the league, doing very well, having a fabulous season. We've had to play all the top sides in the last 2-3 weeks. We've come up desperately close in certainly the Eastleigh game and Sutton game last Saturday. So it's about time, I said in the dressing room after the Sutton game, it's about time we got a result against one of these sides. We didn't turn up in the away fixture at Bromley. We lost 3-0 and the game was over within 10 minutes. We were down to 10 men and 2-0 down. So I can't tell you what Bromley are really like because we didn't turn up. So it's important that we with this run of really difficult ties that we try and get a performance and the points. We were much better against Sutton last weekend and were very unfortunate to lose. So hopefully we can turn that round and cause a shock against the league leaders.
That's going to be a massive ask though, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's this football club all season. Every game's a massive ask. When you start to compare what other teams have got, it is a massive ask. But in some respects, that's the challenge, and you look forward to it. And then when you're successful, and we have been successful this season, we're desperately trying to stay away from the relegation battle. We're just about managing that, but we need to pick up a few more wins. And there's nothing better than a challenge against the top of the table side, and we're not expected to get anything. But as I said, this club, since I've been here in the last couple of years managing, we've managed to overturn the odds on a number of occasions, and we'll try and do that again against the league leaders.
Are there any changes you expect to make between the game against Sutton United and Bromley, bringing new players in?
It's unlikely. I mean, we've got a few loans that are starting to come to an end, and you start to look at the window for signing players is soon to end. But I said we were the better side against Sutton. Didn't get anything, which is very unfortunate. We know we've got to be ruthless at both ends of the park. We'll continually look at it. There is one player potentially that we're looking at bringing in, but we've got to be so careful, and attendances are sadly very poor. And we're very much cutting our cloth accordingly. But it's a massive challenge, and I thought the players did very, very well against Sutton last time out, and most of them I'm sure will start again against Bromley.